But it does affect my life, I guess, especially over 2020. This you may not be able to relate to this, but my 2020 was a little rough. I don't think anyone else had a bad year that year, but I did. And it's not because I got COVID. I did not get COVID. I had the worst Crohn's flare-up I ever had. And it just so happened that I started having just the amount of pain where it's like, okay, I need to go to the ER. That was the day that we're like, yeah, everyone stay inside, and the hospitals are totally dangerous. So, and I was like, oh, shit, I guess I'll just wait this out. And so I did. I just sat around until I was like 2 weeks, where I was like, well, someone's got to get me to the hospital because I'm going one way or the other. So I ended up having 2 surgeries, and in the middle of that, 3 months with a colostomy bag. Which, if you're unfamiliar with the old ostomy bag, let me just tell you, if you are in the market for a humbling experience, may I recommend a bag of your own shit attached to your body. Quite humbling. It was a fucking nightmare. It really was. And I had surgery when I was like 18, and apparently, they didn't tell me this till after I woke up. They were like, there was like a 30% chance you're going to end up with a colostomy bag for the rest of your life. I was like, oh, cool. I'm glad you just go ahead and went under the knife anyway. But so that's always my worry. I was like, oh, shit, if I have another surgery, I'm going to end up with a bag of my own shit all the time. I'm a very messy person. I don't think that would work. And so I knew I was going to have surgery this time because it just hurt in a weird way. And they were like, I walked in there, they took my blood pressure, and they're like, why are you conscious? You're not supposed to be conscious. And I was like, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. I don't know why. I'm like, I'm pretty tough. I can stay conscious. And so he's like, I was like, so I was really scared. And I was like, so am I going to end up with a colostomy bag? And the doctor's just like, oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm just like, devastated. I was like, oh my God, who's gonna love me? And I'm busy like thinking like, how is my life gonna work? And then he notices, he's like, God damn, man, you can do it. It's just 3 months. And I was like, you motherfucker. You gotta put that out front. Can't just so nonchalant like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a bag. Yeah, no big deal. So I was I was looking for motivation to make it through having a colostomy bag. And so I looked up famous people with ostomy bags. Not a lot of them. Not a lot. Pretty slim pickings. Mostly like B actors and stuff. But there were 2 that were pretty impressive. One was an NFL player. He played for 3 years, then he had this IBS surgery, ended up with a colostomy bag, hid it from everyone, and played as a lineman in the NFL with the end of his intestines outside of his body. Wow. I sneezed and I was like, oh my God, am I about to lose my bowels? This dude was just lining up and smashing into dudes. Amazing. But what's even more impressive than that was, and you're not gonna believe this, fucking Napoleon, like Bonaparte. 1801, he had a colostomy bag. That just blows my mind. Because, like, I was just stuck in my room. It was a pandemic. All I had to do was go to the bathroom, and I was like, this is a living nightmare. And Napoleon is fucking conquering the world, riding a horse around, getting banished to an island, escaping, amassing an army. And I was like, oh, man, I hope I don't have to get up and walk 20 feet. That just blew my mind. And then I started thinking about it. I also found out that Napoleon apparently was average height for his time. So that kind of throws a wrench in that whole Napoleon complex thing. So I was thinking, if it's not that he's short, what's he got a chip on his shoulder about? It turned out he didn't have a chip on his shoulder. He had a bag of his own shit attached to his side. It's going to make someone a little cranky. Trust me. A little insecure. Plus, he had to wear white all the time. Damn. I really don't know how he did it. Props to Napoleon. Big ups, my man Napoleon. One thing that's annoying about Crohn's and being a comedian, it's like I'm on the road all the time, and I don't know if you guys have ever traveled, but you'll notice if you're in town somewhere for like a day, the food that is recommended to you is designed to kill you. People are like, oh, dude, you're in town for a day? You got to get a fucking butter pig, dude. With bacon, yes. It's like, no, I think I'll pass. Like, I was in El Paso a while back. I'd never been to El Paso, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna see the town. I want to check out El Paso. And then I ate breakfast, and I was like, well, you know what? I'll just see whatever town I could see from the toilet, I guess. It's cool. I had a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m. That is way too early to just blow out your butthole for the rest of the day. Way too early. And don't get it twisted. It was delicious. I mean, it tasted good coming out, to be honest. Sorry. It was that good, but I knew I was in trouble. I should have known because the salsa that came with the burrito, while delicious, it was packaged in a Ziploc bag, twisted off and tied. You know they're not fucking around when they package the salsa like cocaine. I just had an 8-ball of Roja, just blew me out.